Hello there everyone, my name is Raxby and welcome back to more Let's Play Pokémon White 2. Up here is actually Reversal Mountain, but well, we can't really visit that. Oh no wait, Reversal Mountain. Psh, we came from that last episode, that's what I meant. So yeah, we are now here actually in a new place, which is Undella Town. And Undella Town is this nice beach town. There's nothing super special about it. You just have some houses here of rich people. You have the marine tube. We'll check that out later because it's pretty much blocked off for now. And these houses, they don't really have anything in particular, you know. There's some people inside, but yeah, that's about it, you know. Nothing great that you can get there. Yeah, Ripples effect. No, we are good actually. You have a Poke Center, of course, where you can heal. Although we don't really need to. If you want to continue the story, you can just go right ahead here. And, well, I didn't quite mean to do that, but I guess we're fighting Bagel. Didn't mean to step that far north yet. But, oh well, you know, we'll start off the episode fighting Bagel. That works for me. He only has 3 Pokemon anyway, so we should be fine. Although he does have level 43, which is definitely not bad. My Pokemon definitely got a good workout from Reversal Mountain last episode. You know, a lot of pretty strong trainers that gave a lot of experience to me. So my Pokemon team definitely got a nice boost. And there we go. Kazooie is gonna 2-hit Unpheasant, although not if it detects, it just stalls. You're making the video longer, buddy, and I don't appreciate that. Don't unnecessarily lengthen my videos. Stupid Unpheasant. Anyway, we do get some nice experience out of that and grow another level. We can learn Air Slash. Let me check real quick. 75, but it's a special move, and Kazooie is definitely a physical attacker, so I'll keep my old moves. Air Slash isn't ready for Kazooie in my opinion. Okay, next up is Superior. Now we could stay in with Kazooie, who will with flying do very well, but I'm gonna go ahead and switch over to Wax, because Wax actually has fire, which will also do well against Superior. Of course, if you started with a different starter, he will have his starter here, and he will always have the one that is advantageous against yours in its final evolution here. So yeah, in my case that's Superior, but in your case it could be something else. And nice, Wax, you got a critical hit. Ooh, almost got us a level up. Funny, it won't send out Simisear, the monkey that is good against his. Simisear is a fire monkey, so I think the best thing we can do is Banana Wani. Now I could use Different, but actually we're replacing Different this episode. Yep, Different has seen a lot of good stuff, but he's finally being replaced. So I'm not gonna really give him any experience in this battle when he's gonna get boxed this episode. Seems kind of pointless to me. There we are. Simisear is down, and we should even get a level out of that. Yes, we do. Great job, Banana Wani. And there's Bagel down. Yeah, you couldn't even draw out their real strength. You are quite pathetic, Bagel. And that just shows donuts are better than bagels. So, he's gonna get Purrloin back and ask us for help, of course. And he heads up there, which is Route 13. That's where you need to go story-wise. But there is a little bit more stuff to check out. I already talked to her. That you can check out actually over here. There's also something in the sand here. Oh, what is it? Oh, a pearl. Cool, you can sell that for a lot of money. Actually, if you actually move over to the right here, you will enter Undella Bay. Now, Undella Bay has a lot of water trainers that you can train against. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Doesn't have anything too special other than that, but I'll probably like fight some trainers here. But yeah, that's about it. I think there might be some items. Oh, there's also some wild Pokemon. I'll talk about that in a moment. Furthermore, we can actually go all the way over here, and if we keep going here, we'll enter, well, Route 14. It's actually, yep, down here. So yeah, that's another thing you can check out. But I don't want to do that quite yet, because actually in Undella Town itself, there is one more Pokemon that you can find. And actually the one that I want to replace different with. So I'm gonna go ahead and surf now and see if I can encounter it anytime soon, because I would like one. I really would. So let's surf it up until I get my encounter, which should be any day now, right? I don't have a repel anymore, so it really should be. There we go. And right away we get it. It's a Staryu, that's right. Now it is only level 31, so it is quite a bit lower than the rest of my team. But I'll actually take it, you know. Staryu is... Well then. You know what? I'm just gonna catch one off screen and I'll show you guys when I have it in my box. Alright, here we have it. This is my Staryu. I named it Dekim, because when it evolves into Starmie, it'll have like 10 like points sticking out, so decimal 10 Dekim. I don't know, I like that name. Hardy nature means that it has no boosts or losses in its stats, which is perfectly fine with me. It has the natural cure ability, which is the better of the two abilities, because natural cure will heal out stage problems on switching, whereas its other ability basically has no effect in battle. Illuminate it is, but out of battle you'll just increase your random encounter rate, which is just annoying, not really good at all. But yeah, it's an amazing water type, and it will evolve and gain a psychic type too, and it's also one of the best psychic types. Overall, very great stats, great move pool variety, and I just love it. And I'm gonna use Dekim in my team now. So I'm gonna go ahead and withdraw him. Instead of different, then yeah, that'll be that. Let's take your item actually. And bye different. Now, because Dekim is quite underleveled at the moment, you know, only level 31, I am gonna just give him the experience share for now, and he probably won't really get much spotlight this episode yet, until he's kind of caught up to the rest of the team. Also, you can just evolve him at any point if you want with a water stone, but since I'm not going to use him in battle yet, I'm just going to leave him as a Staryu. Anyway, I'm going to heal real quick and I'll meet you guys outside. Alright, there we are. I also taught Dekim Surf just because it might come in handy. And before we go on the water here, I am going to use a repel, because there will be a lot of wild Pokemon here that we can encounter, and I don't really feel like running into them. So let's use that. Oh, we don't really have that much. I need to stock up next time I go. Now, here in Undella Bay, like I said, you don't really have all that much. You can surf around on the water and find several Pokemon. You can also find these dark spots. We can't do anything with those yet. Alongside that, you have a bunch of trainers. So I'm gonna fight some of these trainers as I talk a little bit about the Pokemon you can find. First of all, just by surfing around, you can find Mantike, which is a water flying type. Quite an interesting combination. And hey, here we have one now. That's nice timing. It has very good special defense, but it doesn't really have a lot other things going for it. And to evolve it, you actually need to have a Remoraid in your party, which is a bit annoying because, well, the next Pokemon I want to talk about is Remoraid. But yeah, it meant that it just doesn't really have much going for it as a water type. It's a nice special defense, but that's about it, and it's a bit of a pain to get it to evolve. Next up, of course, is then, like I said, Remoraid. It has a really great move pool, like pretty much the best move pool any Pokemon in the game has, because it just has so much variety, pretty strong moves too, and it has some very nice mixed attack stats, so it can hit quite hard. And overall it has some pretty decent stats. The only downside to it really is that it's a little on the slow side. It's not really the quickest. Most Pokemon will probably outspeed it, and it's also a little bit hard to find, you know. It's quite of a rare Pokemon, so it might be tricky to come across one. so that is also kind of a bit of a problem with it. But overall, it's a very good choice if you can find one, and I probably would have gone for one if I didn't go for Staryu instead. So yeah, take that as you will. Now, if you're looking in the surfacing spots, so basically the spots where you see like a ripple in the water and you go into that, that's the surfacing spots, you can find a Wilmer. Also, this cave, we will go here later. I'll show it off real quick. But Seaside Cave, it's blocked off now, so we can't do anything there for now. Just keep it in mind for the future. Anyway, in the servicing spots, you can find Wilmer, which has incredibly high HP. So you think, like, great, that will be a good water tank, right? Nope. It has horrible defenses, like pretty much the worst defenses you can imagine, making it not nearly as bulky as you would want it to be. It just goes down pretty quickly despite its high HP, and it just doesn't have anything else going for it. Now finally, you can actually find the Pokemon we're finding right now, Spheal. Spheal is pretty cool. He's a water ice type, so he is the first ice type we're actually encountering here, I believe. Yeah, and he's pretty decent. He has nice HP, other pretty decent stats too. The downside is that it doesn't really learn too much move pool variety. You know, it of course, you know, learns water moves and ice type moves, but outside of that, it doesn't really learn a lot. But hey, that's still cool, you know, it's still a good water type, and I still like it, you know. The thing is, you can only find it during the winter. Any other season, you won't be able to find it. So if you're wondering why you can't come across it, that's probably because it's not the winter season in your game, and that's the only season it comes out. Now that is pretty much all you can really find in Undella Bay. You know, there's a couple more trainers that I haven't fought yet, as well as like one or two items I think hidden somewhere on a shore or something. But yeah, that's really it. There's really not much to this route. So I'm just gonna go ahead and fight the rest of these trainers here, and I will meet you guys back in Undella Town, and we'll explore the other route, optional route, Route 14 down to the south. So see you guys in just a moment. Alright, back in Undella Town now, and now we're gonna head down south to go to Route 14, the other optional route. Now one thing I wanted to say, those dark spots that you can see in Undella Bay are actually dive spots, but you can't do that until you get dive in the post game, and you can go underground and get a lot of treasure, but it's not super interesting. You can check my Pokemon White video now. I'll put a card in now on screen that shows it off, because it basically is the same as then. Anyway, I'm gonna battle this trainer real quick. That was a pretty funny battle, because it had a Lopunny that could do nothing to Wax, so it just kept on moving, and it used high jump kick and killed itself. So that's pretty cool. Anyway, here we are at Route 14 now. Oh, we were already in Route 14. You can see some grassland there, so let's talk a little bit about the Pokemon we can find here as I take on this old gentleman here. First of all, you can find Swablu. Swablu is starts off as a normal flying type, but it evolves into a flying dragon type, and it's actually a quite bulky and defensive dragon type, which is interesting. Most dragon types, of course, are more offensive than defensive, so that's definitely interesting. You can also put Dragon Dance on it to really just make it a powerhouse and sweep parties like crazy. So it's pretty cool that it really has a lot of different abilities, strategies that you can use with it. So yeah, I think it's definitely a pretty cool Pokemon. It's pretty strong for a dragon type, although if you really want a Pokemon that's a dragon type to really sweep parties, you're probably a little bit better off with going with Haxorus that you can get earlier, because it probably does the job a little bit better. But hey, Swablu and its evolution Altaria are definitely good options, and plus they are pretty cute and fluffy, which I see as a bonus. You know, fluffiness definitely factors in to whether or not I want to use a Pokemon. And there we go, Delcatty goes down. You can also find Mienfoo, which is a pure fighting type. It's very quick and has good attack, but it does take quite a long time until it actually evolves, which is of course, you know, a downside. You don't want to be stuck forever with a subpar Pokemon, so that's a little bit unfortunate. But yeah, it has pretty nice move set too. Defensively, it's not as good as Lucario, but it's definitely still a good alternative. It gets access to like U-turn and a few other pretty nifty moves. So overall, I think it's a good option for those still looking for a fighting type that thought Lucario wasn't quite what they were looking for. Well, this is a good alternative. And I'm gonna switch out because I don't want to get hit with rocks. But then I realized nobody in my party wants to get hit with rocks. So I'm gonna see if I can Will-O-Wisp again. And it was a bad move to stay in. Oh, you tanked it. You are a boss. Wax. Yes. Oh, that was amazing. Good job, Wax. Good job. Let Kazooie come out. He's probably gonna go for more rocks, but he misses. Good. Okay, now let's Aerial Ace and hope we can take him out in one hit. Because I don't think anyone in my party really likes Rock Slide all that much. There we are. Battle Girl is down. Finally, you have Absol. Now, Absol is a pretty good Pokemon. It's a physical dark type, physical attacking dark type, but its strategy is pretty much all reliant on critical hits. It has a lot of moves that work well for critical hits, and then it pretty much also has an ability that plays into that. And if it can get critical hits off, it will do amazing. I'm definitely gonna switch you out, by the way, because you don't look all that good here. Who do I want in? I think I'll go for Jakku. Yeah, it really is quite like, if you can pull up all the critical hits, then he will sweep teams. He will be a monster. Otherwise, he's still definitely a good option, but he's not amazing in my opinion. A lot of people really like him though. I get why, you know, he has a pretty cool design, and overall, you know, he's a very good Pokemon, but I've never really been too into him, so I won't be picking one up, I don't think. I kind of like my Banana Wani as my dark type already. Ooh, Mega Draining, huh? Yeah, you definitely wanted to kill Wax off with that. But let's see if, yes, Aerial Ace does take you down in one hit. Nice. Looks like we only have one Pokemon left here, which is Gligar, a very interesting Pokemon, you know. Flying Ground, actually, yeah. Definitely seems weird. Well, that's because it just is weird. I don't even know what will hit well on it. You can't hit it with anything, can you? No, you can't. But luckily, he can't hit either, so I'm gonna switch Dekim in and give Dekim some extra experience from this battle. Because why not? You know, why not put Dekim in? Might as well. In the meantime, Kazooie and Jakku will just have to hit it as hard as they can until it finally goes down. Which might take a little bit. Especially if Jakku faints here. I guess Banana Wani is the only one who hasn't been out yet. I could put Fuzz back in at this point, but it doesn't really matter. Crunch and Strength should finish this off here. And you, of course, can't do anything. Just Light Screen. You're probably not even gonna move anyway. Yeah, figured as much. There we go. Banana Wani's Moxie, of course, activates, but it's pretty pointless at this point. And there we go. That's another triple battle down. But yeah, that's actually all of the Pokemon you can find here. You have waterfalls in this area, but you cannot cross them yet until the post game. Although all you really get out of it is a couple of extra items, so nothing too important. We can actually go across here. I'm gonna dodge this guy real quick. And down here, you will actually have the entrance to, if you're playing Pokemon White 2, the White Forest. If you're playing Pokemon Black 2, Black City. Also post-game content. So yeah, not for right now. For the rest, there's really not much else. There's a couple more trainers that I'm gonna fight, and I think there's 1 or 2 items, just like a big pearl, a max potion, and a heart skill if you serve around a bit. So I'll probably pick those up, but nothing too interesting. So I'm actually gonna go ahead and call it an episode here, unless something special happens, but I'll probably show it at the start of next episode. So thank you guys very much for watching. If you enjoyed it and you want to see more, then please do consider subscribing to my channel. That's always very much appreciated. And maybe leave a thumbs up on my channel. That's always cool too. Thanks for watching, and until next time.